Lester, we mustn't dwell on the past. Although the past was superb, the past was our greatest episode to date, friends. I think you'll agree, and there's only one reason, Lester. I know. Say it. Correct. You guys didn't hear it because you can't hear him, but he said because of John Riddell. Not living legend, okay? The artist formerly known as the living legend, John Riddell, John Riddle, okay? Cat was let out of the bag last week. That's how you pronounce my last name. Some of my closest friends that have known me the entire time I've been on this earth didn't even know that. So, thanks, Dad. Great story, I know, Lester. Should we just, yeah. It's time for the 61st.
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop? As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I change the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
Friends, get in here. There is no time to lose. The extra large. The vending machine has yet to be replenished because we haven't had any more poker games, and quite possibly we may never have any more, so I'll drink to that. Thank you very much. You know where it goes. It goes in this bad boy here, the Dr. Zeus commemorative tumbler. Slow and steady wins the race. I have to look, but I stop. There was a noise over there, but we're going to ignore it, Lester. Did you hear that? Right? Friends, how are you? Perhaps you're still recovering from the 60th. Perhaps you're still watching the 60th as it goes for almost 2 hours. Okay, that was funny, but now. Something about the Coke Zero Cherry. It hits a little different than the Diet Coke. Friends, I know, those that have known me for a while know how much I love the Diet Coke, but the Coke Zero Cherry, okay, in case you guys needed to know, you didn't, but I tell you anyways. That's why you tune in, because I ramble, Lester.
You are correct, sir. Yes.
Ramble. We have a great episode this week, okay? 5 new VHS, 5 new DVDs. Cheryl and Ray are always here. Thrift store pickup, I'm going to say it right now, is poultry. A brand new news item, John Riddell. We're not done with him yet. He's got his own segment and his other segment. It's both brand new. Right now, the camera roll is looking a little risky. A little risky business, Tom Cruise, okay? You guys know the line. When it doesn't work, when I don't know what's happening, it's risky business. I have a couple, but I had to get on the horn to a couple of the lawyer. Throw it up, Lester. It's the first one of the show. Had to get on the horn to a couple of the loyal viewers to see if I had presented a photo already on the program. You're going to see that in the camera roll, and you're going to help me in the comments, because I'm going to go with it anyways, Lester. Half of me said...
Struggling.
It didn't say... What are we? What, 2 minutes... Ah!
Struggling.
What are we, 2.5 minutes in? You might, maybe, I'm tripping. I'm falling. I gots to get up. Never liked DMX, but it just came out of me there.
I can feel it.
I can feel the power. Yes. Yes.
Camera roll's risky, but I think we're gonna get through it. Half of me thinks you've already seen the photo. The other half thinks you haven't. You'll be the judge when it gets to the camera roll. The deep cut deep dive, guys. I think you're gonna love this. We're taking a deep dive into the cutting room floor. Lester, this is news to you. I haven't told you yet, but we're gonna tell the friends. Sometimes there's clips that I haven't shown yet, and they end up on the cutting room floor. Well, Lester, you know our little motto. Nothing gets left behind. I won't do that joke again. Jerky Boys 4. I still haven't checked it yet. Lester, I should check it for the people. This is the first day of filming. Perhaps later on you'll realize if I have Jerky Boys 4 yet, because I bought it again. Remember I told you, you can't leave it behind like a wounded soldier on foreign land. Okay? They need to know, Lester, if I have Jerky Boys 4. I've said enough about that. I've drifted so far, I don't know where I am. So do we just stop here? Because where was I? Where the hell was I? The photos. You may have seen it, you may have not. Okay? Clip of the week. No, was it? Yeah, no. Oh my God, Lester. All of me is holding me back from stopping this recording, okay? It's a good intro. We're going to keep it. I was talking about the deep cut, deep dive. Yes, Lester, yes. Stuff gets left on the cutting room floor and we can't leave anything behind. Yes, that's it, Lester. So, it's going to be, dare I say it because we just had it last week, montage of stuff I haven't shown you that maybe didn't fit anywhere or wasn't long enough, and we're gonna put it all together, and it's a deep cut, deep dive for things on the production cutting room floor. Flawless, Lester, flawless, okay? New clip of the week, we're going back to cops, okay? Gorilla Monsoon, he's got another quote, show and tell, triple threat match. I don't know what the results are as of yet, we will find out later. Bloopers, John Riddell taking over Queen Mother of Canada's conversational Scottish. He'll be back in the program. You get to hear from him twice. It's a gift to you, the friends, because I'm the hero. Who am I, Lester? Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
We have a new sponsor, and then I'll say the goodbyes. I can't say the goodbyes until we start the program, Lester. We're this close to throwing up the initiated Colin caffeine from Canada. Nailed it.
Bombs away with a big headbutt.
Lester, sometimes when I come on a bit strong, when I'm really excited about making the episode for the friends, I sometimes forget. We've done this before, friends. I have left out several major steps that I do in the welcome, and I have to do them for the introduction to 5 VHS and 5 DVDs from the collection. Come along with me. Good coffee is always free. Nailed it perfectly. John Riddell down there. You saw him last week for the entire 2 hours. Kurt Cobain. I don't know. YouTube Ultra Mega Superstar Colin from Canada. AmCan Connection, single greatest tag team walking the earth today. Are you sick of this friendship yet? The crown is atop right there. The tag team partner is, of course, Jason Knupp over at The. Guys, the pen is taped as not to play with it. The honorary Academy Award for all-around greatness from the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. The current champion in battle with the triple threat match is, of course, the Swedish Chef. This is his title, okay? And the newest addition to the background effects from the third visit to the treasure hunt in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Guys, it's the art. Guys, it's art. It's time for 5 DVDs and 5 VHS from the collection. Power Karate. Hunks with hats. Tai Chi for arthritis. Stretching to the classics. Lester, this has never happened. We forgot to do the wall particulars in the welcome, so we did them in the introduction to VHS and DVD. Well, we forgot to do the quote of the week, so now we're doing the quote of the week during the VHS and Davids, okay? Upon the shoulder it goes. Read along if you wish. Hold hands with a loved one. Optional. It's been a doozy of a week. Doozy. Episode 4, Colin from Canada. I'm the guy that said that. Let's throw it up behind me, okay? Bam. It's magnetic. We say it every time. You guys have probably been trying to read the shirt, okay? Hud your weesht and get on with it, okay? That's a Scottish saying that Lynn Riddell brought to you guys in the conversational Queen Mother...
Struggling.
Don't stop. Queen Mother of Canada conversational Scottish, and she realized it was a shirt on Temu, so she bought it for me. She was the best. Okay. What about, yes, we're on the VHS, and we've already, come on, let's get going here. Iron Master, okay? The emotions of primitive man erupt wildly in this stunning allegory of peace and war set at the dawn of time. Vood is a brutal tribesman who is exiled for murder by his leader, Allah. A-L-A, not the other one. The exile wanders towards the mountains, witnessing a volcanic eruption followed by a violent rainstorm, and discovers a mighty staff of iron forged from the Maelstrom. He uses the staff to fend off an attacking lion and realizes that he now possesses the greatest weapon known to man. Vood returns to his tribe triumphantly and declares himself supreme leader after defeating Allah. Spoiler alert, do we have to even watch the film? Push forward, Colin. Defeating Allah in a fierce and bloody battle, Allah makes a discovery which could lead him to triumph over the evil Vood. Hand-to-hand combat ensues with war or peace resting on the final outcome. Hold on. Exiled by the leader Allah. Okay, I thought Allah was the bad guy, but Vood is the bad guy. I just need to know, is that Vood or Allah? Okay. Guys, we're reading all of them this week. Iron Warrior. First it was Iron Master, now it's Iron Warrior. A fearless barbarian warrior battles his way through the supernatural perils of a fabulous mythical kingdom in this breathtaking sword and sorcery spectacular. In the legendary realm of Dragor, the evil sorceress Phaedra, we're gonna go Phaedra, people, finds her demonic reign threatened by the powerful young warrior Ator. Desperate to defeat him, Phaedra transforms Ator's twin brother into a deathless, bloodthirsty zombie. That's what a deathless thing is. Struggling to overcome his brother's awesome powers and persuaded by Phaedra's pursued. Lester, it's embarrassing. Pursued by Phaedra's army of hired assassins, Ator fights to recover the mystical golden chest of the ages, which contains the magical powers that can halt Phaedra's wicked rampage. An action-filled journey into a long-ago world of incredible adventure. Before I would have stopped, but I'm not right now. It's getting louder and talking faster. Let's go back. Iron Master is 98 minutes from 1983. Iron Warrior, 82 minutes, 1987. Women Unchained. And someone has done a real bang-up job saving the cover here, okay? And they've also inserted the rest of the cover inside the clamshell in case you want to rebuild it somehow. Let's get to the particulars, guys. It begins with a diversion, a heated shouting match, a staged shower room brawl, then the brutal assault on the prison guards. Prepare yourself for the blood rage of Women Unchained. In this contemporary action thriller, 5 ladies who live on the edge successfully escape from a maximum security penitentiary. Though some have been unfairly accused and sentenced, all are guilty of being unforgivingly violent. And when they collide head-on with the outside world, innocent civilians are caught in the crossfire. A reign of unbridled mayhem follows as the 5 ex-cons try to return to their past lifestyles and painfully discover they're unchained women in an ever-changing society. Realizing their only hope for survival lies outside the country, the 5 plot a daredevil aerial escape. But unbeknownst to them, a power-packed ambush lies ahead. Brace yourself for a non-stop chase through the seamier side of life as 5 uncaged beasts attempt to reclaim their turf. Be warned, hell hath no fury like Women Unchained. 82 minutes. Lester will put the year up later on, and we have to put these back in the clamshell, Lester. Not the clamshell, it's really the clamshell is more the bigger one. Guys, it's Nightshade between heaven and hell. Scott Travers is still grieving months after the death of his young wife. He is persuaded to start to go out again, become sexually active, and enjoy his life. He goes to a club where he imagines he sees his wife. Upon returning another night, he discovers the mysterious woman is actually his wife, and that strange circumstances surrounding her death were connected to vampirism. She begs him for his own safety not to come back to the club, which is run by vampires. But this turns out to be more easily said than done. 90 minutes, 1996. We're gonna end with Hundra, okay? In an age when all women were slaves, she would call no man master Hundra. It was a time of darkness. It was a savage age when men were the masters and women were the slaves. But from the darkness of oppression, there arose a valiant tribe of women who dared to be free. Their leader was fearless and invincible. Her prowess was legend. Her beauty unequaled. Her name was Hundra. But it came to pass that a thundering horde of barbarian men descended upon Hundra's rebellious camp. And in an orgy of flashing steel, all were slain. All but Hundra. And so it was that Hundra set out to seek vengeance upon all men until she encountered the one force that could stop her, the love of a woman for a man. That was the VHS. By the way, Hundra is 1983, 104 minutes. Time for the Davids, the toughest man in the world. By night, Bruce Brubaker is a bouncer, but by day he is dedicated to a group of underprivileged kids at an inner city youth center. When funding to the center is threatened, Bruce must find a way to help the kids and raise the money necessary to keep them off the streets. After bureaucratic measures don't work, Bruce signs up for the toughest man in the world. In an effort to keep his dream alive, even though the top competitor is likely to leave Brubaker with more than just a bruise. 1984, 92 minutes. He'll slay you, Christmas Evil. Widely recognized as the best of the Christmas horror efforts, Christmas Evil is the story of a boy who loves Christmas. He is scarred when he learns that Santa. Throughout the rest of his life, the boy turned toy maker tries to make the Christmas spirit a reality. He becomes obsessed with the behavior of children and the quality of the toys he makes. When he is met with hypocrisy and cynicism, the resulting snap causes him to go on a Yuletide killing spree to complete this dark comedic horror. Okay, that is 2004. I don't think so. I'm gonna have to double check that. It's 1980, guys. 1980, 100 minutes. Some of that description may have been blocked out for certain reasons. Alien opponent, Jeremy London, Roddy Piper. Again, Lester, we said it before when it was the other one with Billy Blanks. Roddy Piper first, then your co-star. Top billing goes to the rowdy one. When a spacecraft crash lands onto her barn, the owner of a small town junkyard offers a cash reward to anyone who can kill her uninvited space-suited alien guest. Every wacko within 100 miles turns out to kill the alien and claim the $100,000 reward. But it doesn't take long for the junkyard to be transformed into a war zone of man versus machine versus alien. Okay? 2011, 91 minutes. Crocodile 2 Death Swamp. Flight attendant Mia Bozeman is working a flight to Mexico.
Struggling.
Flight attendant Mia Bozeman is working a flight to Mexico where her boyfriend Zach awaits. But joyful anxiety is soon replaced by heart-stopping terror where the plane hits a storm and is then hijacked. Forced to fly through the storm, the plane crashes in the middle of a Mexican swamp. While the survivors march through the swamp against their will, they soon find that the criminals leading them are the least of their worries. A 30-foot crocodile had acquired a taste for human blood and is hot on their trail. Meanwhile, Zach and the roguish Roland team up to track down Maya and the survivors in a race against time and nature. I've called her Mia the whole time. I probably shouldn't start calling her Maya. Hey-o! It's Crocodile 2, trying to get a year, 2001, running time, 95 minutes. I've said all of them. Why stop now? I mean, I've described all of them, Lester. Bikini Drive-In, starring Ashley Ray and Michelle Bauer. The movie isn't the only thing everybody is watching. Kim Taylor inherits her grandfather's drive-in. However, she must raise $25,000 over the weekend or the bank will take the property from her. She also has to deal with the pesky capitalist J.B. Winston, who wants other things from her in exchange for leniency. Her plan is to enlist the services of her hot friends to attract the masses in any way possible. Anyway, 2 words when it's really one. And to deal with the banker types directly. Running time, 1986. Wow. Running time, 86 minutes, 1994. I screwed up every description there, but you could hardly tell by Lester's amazing editing. That was 5 Davids and 5 cassettes from the collection.
Gone downstairs with that one.
Lester, your wife is back to, how shall I put it, her cryptic ways, if I may make that claim upon your wife to you. She's leaving the council meeting, but coming back to the same council meeting, and I believe she's looking for answers to something. It's cryptic, as I said, Lester. So let's watch, and maybe not this week or next week, but maybe the week after, this will all make sense. I'm not entirely sure how long she goes on this diatribe, this cryptic diatribe. Have I said diatribe on the program yet, Lester? If I haven't, please. Guys, it's time for Cheryl.
You have no idea who knows me. I'm not the rancher. I got marbles here. I have 2 boobs, not 6. Do you know you have scratchy toilet paper? I'd like to know what the compromises are. See, where the neighborhood was stranded for 3 days. So I'd like to know what the compromises were. Where can I find it? Because, see, we were stranded 3 days and not one of you came to check on us, not one of you. Lester,
As mentioned in either the introduction or the welcome, it was the welcome, okay? The caffeine but I said it in the welcome. The thrift store pickups are paltry this week, guys. Paltry. But even if it's 1 CD, it isn't. But there was one time I had 1 CD. I still did a whole segment on the 1 CD. It's time for thrift store pickups. Paltry. Do I do it, Lester? Not poultry! Poultry. We haven't done that one in about 6 episodes or so, right? So let's go to that one again. It's time for thrift store pickups. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit? John Dote Hit. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit. John DeHurt. To the left, I turn once I get my legs released from the desk that is engrossing them. Blank DVDs. I usually don't show these, but when you have a limited amount of, again with the prices, it's an addiction, Lester, that I will conquer. You can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. And when it comes to taking off the price tags, maybe I don't want to be helped. Okay, guys? It's the world's tackiest postcards. This is where you can interact with Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
You see these bad boys? You see these? Folks, friends. There's tons of them, okay? And all you need to do to get your grubby hands on one of these is email Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
At colinfromcanada1@gmail.com. Tell me who the heck you are. Give me your address, and I'll mail you one of these bad boys. And what will be on the back of one of these bad boys? A message from yours truly and my autograph. So, I think it's a great idea. The friends, they do, Lester. They're already emailing. No, there's no new emails. But guys, if you're comfortable giving your home address to a YouTube Ultra Mega Superstar and you want to get a postcard of a guy biting a horse, or perhaps a man playing piano and a woman holding his shoulders, and it says, playing the piano turns idle leisure time into real pleasure time for busy people. These two are busy, and they don't have time for pleasure time, except when he plays the piano. Mike D, do you want that coming in the mail? I already have your address, but others, okay? You want to hear from Colin from Canada?
Real bad man.
You want my autograph, and you want a special little message on a postcard of women smelling men's armpits. This one can be yours. Okay? Think about it. That's the email. And then I send it to you. Okay, 1 DVD, Hawaii Five-0, the 9th season. Lester, one of those where you have seasons 1 to 8 and 10 to 14, or however long this thing went for. But there's that one that you don't have yet, and then you go to the Value Village, and for some reason they have Hawaii Five-0, the 9th season, but none of the other seasons. I picked it up to add to the collection. Okay, we got some VHS here. And we'll start with the okay ones. Best of Cops, uncensored. We told them about my love of Cops last week, where I could watch this till my eyes bleed. That goes under the same category. Well, I mean, the category is things I could watch until my eyes bleed. Price is Right and Cops fall under that category. I got to it, Lester. I butchered it, but I recovered. Some laughter. Learn country line dancing. I know you're saying to yourself, Colin, how many of these do you need? All of them. It's not Diane Horner and the gang, okay? It's, who is it? Let's go to it. It's professional instructor Judy McDonald demonstrates each step in an easy-to-follow style and then runs through the complete dance to music. Guys, I can hear you. Okay, wow. You want to see what Judy McDonald looks like, okay? It's just her face. It's not a full body pic. So those guys that are, come on. It's just a, okay? Judy McDonald. Okay, guys? Now, what stands this particular cassette out from the other cassettes?
I don't follow you.
How does it stand out? Let me tell you. Learn country line dancing and dancing. No G. No G! Dancing. Without a doubt, the best line dance series, the Country Dance Club. Well, the Country Dance Club says it's the best. It's got to be the best, Lester. 1992. Artwork, 93. Don't know how that works. Country line dancing has never been more popular. From coast to coast, folks are getting out on the dance floor, and this is what makes it stand out, and doing the hip-hop. Wait, hold on. I thought we were talking country dancing. We aren't talking hip-hop dancing, okay? Are they gonna do the Sea Walk to a Randy Travis tune?
I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen.
Are they gonna do the Electric Boogaloo to Travis Tritt?
And I'm tired of pretending that I don't love you anymore.
I'm not sure. Perhaps I should read further, Lester. I will. Wow. Now you can learn these dances at home with Learn Country Line Dancin'. No G, we covered it already. Hip Hop, Bubba, the Cowboy Cha-Cha, in brackets. Lester, that's a couple's dance. Bring in Cheryl, bring her in tight for the Cowboy Cha-Cha. I've realized this cassette goes for 30 minutes, so it only covers those 3 songs. But I am dying to know about hip-hop. I was drifting there, but this lady just took me away, and she resembles, what's her name from Mama's Family? Iola! I thought I was gonna have to stop recording. Lester, put up some sort of celebratory music or standing applause, standing ovation applause, I can't even say that correctly, because I got the name of Iola right. Because that just made me think of Iola from Mama's Family. We've probably thrown up Iola like 3 times already, haven't we, Lester? This woman doesn't even have glasses or black hair, so I don't know why. When there's only, I have tennis elbow right now. I don't know. I have never had it before, but I think I have it. Guys, do I have tennis elbow?
What? No way.
There's 3 more cassettes in the thrift store pickups. We have to get to them now. When blank happens, you can fill in your own word for that. Now the explosive truth when blank happens. Take the worst real-life disasters caught on film, put them on one video, and you've got one horrifying collection of human carnage. Perhaps you want to gather the family for Thanksgiving or Christmas and throw this in the VHS player. When blank happens is a no-holds-barred look at some of the most deadly plane crashes, house fires, and terrifying boating accidents ever captured on tape. All the carnal danger and excitement is collected in this raw, uncut video. See what happens when the blank hits the fan. Everyday life will never be the same. Perhaps a child's birthday party, okay? Any family get-together where you want to relive taking the worst real-life disasters caught on film, put them on one video, and you've got one horrifying collection of human carnage. When do you need to watch that? Thanksgiving, Christmas, a child's birthday party, anybody's birthday party, an anniversary, perhaps a retirement. Friends, have you paid off the house and there's no more mortgage? Get to it. We're saving that for last. The TIPP, the Injury Prevention Program, Bicycle Safety Camp. I probably won't read all this because this has been way too long for the amount of items I have, but know that it goes for 25 minutes, and it's from the maker of Triaminic cough and cold products. You remember Triaminic? I haven't heard that name in years. If it's a Canadian product, those in America are lost. But if you guys in America had Triaminic, you know what I'm talking about, and perhaps that's just snapped something in your brain. Oh yeah, I remember that. Triaminic. Cough and cold products. They're bringing you bike safety because they know cough and cold products. That's like Chrysler with the floor tiles, Lester. Brought to you by the leaders in floor tiles, Chevrolet. Finally, you have to buy this because you have to. Just on the side, Victor J. Hansen. And you take that off the shelf and you say, what's Victor J. Hansen? Victor J. Hansen is 416-695-8913. Comedy. Okay? You know, Lester, in the production laboratory, that's what he calls it, we call it a laboratory, we'll look up to see if we can find Victor J. Hansen's comedy anywhere on the internet, and you know it, Lester, you're smiling because you can't talk because they can't hear you. I can, they can't. He's gonna put up Victor J. Hansen somewhere in this, maybe right now.
fishing. Ay, 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 ay. I decided I wanted to get into the business with metal.
That was thrift store pickups. Poultry? No, poultry. I hope you enjoyed.
Big boot right underneath the chin.
Lester, I think it'll be okay. No, I know it's the word is graphic. That's the word you're looking for. Friends, as you know, on certain social media platforms, you can see videos that perhaps you can't see on other platforms. You know what I'm talking about. And YouTube isn't very graphic. But this video has appeared on other channels on YouTube, so I feel it is safe, it is approved, it's gonna be okay, Lester, although I can see you white-knuckling this and you're, ignore him, guys. I think we're all grown-ups here. I think we can handle graphic content, okay? There's no nudity, there's no swearing, but an accident occurred, the likes of which not many men or women would have survived. But this man and his wife not only survived, but dare I rhyme right now, Lester? Thrived. Okay? Whoever was behind this, thank God it failed. Because the president and his lovely wife could have been killed. Okay? That's what I mean by graphic, guys, okay? They say it was an accident, but I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist like every other person on the internet. Guys, the lizard people, come on, man. You don't have to, the children can watch, okay? You'll see what I mean in a moment. It's time for hard-hitting news.
Done something that is very good.
He was murdered.
But now he's dead.
Reach out to the man who died.
Do the math.
Your mama, she's for free and everybody knows it.
President Trump is demanding an investigation into an escalator incident at the United Nations in New York. The president and first lady were on the escalator on Tuesday when it stopped. The UN says the videographer ahead of them likely triggered a safety shutoff when he stepped back on the escalator after reaching the top. President Trump, however, called it sabotage, saying in part, quote, "It is amazing that Melania and I didn't fall forward onto the sharp edges of these steel steps face first." He also cited a British newspaper report claiming UN staffers joked about turning off the escalators because the UN ran out of money due to Trump's funding cuts.
You watch this clip and you will understand why that guy down there, he might not always be living, because everybody, as we know, he will always be a legend, okay? And this clip says it all. It's time for John Riddell, the artist formerly known as the living legend, John Riddell, John Riddle.
How much is in butter? How much is in butter? How much is in butter?
Friends, Colin from Canada here, outside the studio doing the property manager jobs, and he refuses to be called a living legend, but look who's in the background. 83 years old, wants to help. That's a goddamn living legend. Lester, this segment this week will not be one of the better efforts in the encompassing entirety of the episode. This is going to be the worst. It's time to go through my camera roll, and when I started recording this episode, I had these many photos ready to show you. It is day 2 of filming, and I have 5. I mentioned one of them earlier where I had to get on the horn to some of my viewers and ask them if we had done this photo already. One of them seems to think we haven't. One of them hasn't got back to me, and I think we've already shown this photo. So it's gonna be a hoot, Lester. And the other 4 are, some of them are not bad. 2 of them are not bad, okay? So don't get your hopes up, friends, because I'm not delivering this week. You know, there's a little person in me. No. There's something inside me that wants me to say no. Because everything we do here is legendary. Everything we do here is either to laugh or to learn. Next t-shirt, put it on there, Lester. I don't know when that'll be. These are awesome photos, and I'm gonna make them awesome, and I'm gonna make you laugh, because how bad they are will elevate my comedic drama.
Struggling.
Dramatic comedy, I know. Dry cleaning movies, mushrooms on toast. Just a couple of horses' asses. Electric pressure cooker, urinating, passion fruit chest cake, Charles Barkley. After that rousing introduction, this is sure to be a hit, Lester. Yeah? Is that a challenge? Oh, challenge accepted. Friends, don't need to look over there. I got it right here. We throw it up over there. You know how we do it. Photo number 1. This happened mere moments ago, I'd say about an hour ago, judging by my watch. John and I sometimes have a slice of pizza for lunch 3 to 4 times a week. Because we're out and about. And this is the parking lot at one of the pizza joints that we go to. What do you see wrong with this picture? You'll see the Mercedes there in the parking area, and then something just right there. Great parking. And let me put a little cherry on this sundae. It's someone that works there. Okay? We're moving. Lester, I got it. I've got them. Photo number 2. At the Royal Bank doing some financial wranglings while John was in the bank, and this elderly gentleman came out in all blue. We're gonna have to zoom in. Lester will do that. We have the blue shoes and the matching track pants and track jacket, track top, for a full blue number. Should have got him coming instead of going. you lose it from behind. Yeah, don't worry, I still have them, Lester. Photo number 3. We are dropping off donations in random parking lots that have donation bins that aren't monitored so you can dump whatever the hell you want, okay? Sometimes when you go to the thrift store, I'm sorry, we don't take spatulas anymore. But when there's a wooden box in a parking lot, you can give anything you want. We talked about this, guys, when it's not against the law, I'm saving lives when I took the PS5 games. Now, it's open season. If someone goes to that wooden box and sees my spatulas, they're more than welcome to them, because technically the box doesn't want them. I've said enough about that. Oh, and did I say the name? Okay, no, I didn't even say. Lester, I haven't even done the photo yet. I'm just laughing at my own preparation about dropping off spatulas where you're not supposed to. Getting back, pushing forward. One of the boxes donated by someone else dumping stuff here, Sam Gunn. Okay? Is that a superhero alias if I've ever heard one? It's like, I'm the Scorpion Man and I will hit you with my tail and thwart you from robbing the bank. But in my day-to-day traveling salesman for assorted meats, I'm Sam Gunn. It could be Lester, you never know. Sam Gunn. Photo number 4. The elementary school that me and so many of my friends attended elementary school along with young phenom Patty. Okay, you guys know Pat, right? We put him up. Now this just looks like the front of the school, but if we go to the second photo, this will be 4B, Lester. You'll see a little crack in the brickwork where there's different bricks there. Well, let's go back to when I was 15 years old, 31 years ago. Pat and I were going to his house. His folks were out for the evening. His dad's truck was still in the driveway, and we needed cigarettes. So I came up with the great idea to go down to the store to get cigarettes in the truck. So if we park in the front and we walk out of the truck, they're gonna say, hey, these guys are driving in a truck. We're gonna sell them cigarettes because we were 15. We didn't make it to the store, guys. You're cluing in now. I won't tell you who was driving, but one of us crashed the truck into our elementary school. And that's the repaired brickwork that you need to take a look at and that I look at every time I drive past the school. Good times, guys. Okay, brought that up at Pat's wedding because I was the MC. Got to the part where we crashed the truck into the school looking for laughter. Absolutely crickets. Went over like a lead balloon. Okay, photo number 5. Lester, this is it, friends, this is it. The photo in question, have we done it before or have we not? Let's throw it up, ba-boom. We're back to the traffic, where they put their advertisements. I fix noisy bath fans. I really think we've done this already, guys, but is it funny enough to do it again, Lester? No, it's not. It was barely funny the first time. But guys, let me know in the comments, have we done this before? I think we have. And on a lighter note, if you're viewing this in the Greater Toronto area and you need your bath fan fixed because it's noisy, there's the phone number there. Lester, did I make it funny or did I not? I don't think I did. Guys, that was Let's Go Through My Camera Roll. We'll try to do better next week.
2 count only.
Lester, we learned last week that Ray not only goes to this council meeting, but he went over to the Dunmore council meeting and he learned about the wage tax decrease that Dunmore is doing. He would like this council to vote on lowering the wage tax from 3.4 to 1.2. Because if that happens, big things are gonna happen. Ray already knows it, he's predicting it. He's gonna let you know what's gonna happen if they lower it. If only they'll vote on it. I don't know, will they? Lester, will they?
Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. Theirs is going past 3.4. Now, I want you guys to vote to knock down our wage tax down from 3.4 to 1.2. If we do that, we could get business in this city.
Friends, we talked about it earlier in the welcome where I told you about a remix of a segment that would be the Deep Cut Deep Dive. This week we're looking on the cutting room floor for clips and moments in time that have yet to be presented to you by Lester and myself. Myself being Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
Okay? I would quickly like to go over with you the amazing clips that you are about to see. Lester, bear with me, okay? We go back to Costco with the roasted chicken and the people deciding which one they want when they're all the same. A little added bonus to this one. I believe this couple catches me filming them. Watch the face on them when they turn around and realize I'm filming them. We're also still at Costco. Dad is cheese hunting again. Well, you're going to want to watch that. A couple is arguing with the manager at McDonald's over the free coffee, okay? Lester, don't get me started on when a store offers something for free. Honestly, and I'm going to swear here, guys, if I don't know, pick a store, Lowe's. If Lowe's was giving away a sandwich bag of dog shit, people would come for it. It's unbelievable, Lester. Millions of people who would never drink coffee entering McDonald's to get a free coffee and then arguing about it. You can't really pick up the argument. At the end you can, but there's video footage and my face is right there. It's great. Pushing forward. We're back to the Home Depot, guys. We're getting toilet descaling liquids. I'll say it again. At the Home Depot for toilet descaling liquids. You know who's with me. I don't need to say it. That man right there meets Griffin. You guys remember Griffin? Okay, you guys know. There's a guy in the grocery store parking lot picking his nose. Video footage of that. Pixie went to the groomer, and dare I say it, he looks handsome. And you guys are gonna get a look at that. Finally, we finished with John Riddell, Master Impressionist. They're all great, guys, and it all starts right now. This week's Deep Cut Deep Dive. Lester didn't know what clips to take from the Deep Cut Deep Dive, so instead Colin from Canada is singing over this bumper. I assure you, this is real. Which one's the good one? Is this one good? Which one's the good one? Friends, Colin from Canada here. We're back in the cheese aisle with the living legend, and you want to let them know what you're looking for?
My favorite Swiss.
Ruslet? Or what is it?
Yeah, raclette.
Ratlet. We're looking for ratlet. We never find it, guys, but we're not stopping looking, as you can see there. No, he's not giving up.
Scottish cheddar.
Scottish cheddar. What's that? What's your number? Friends, Colin from Canada. Johnny to my left. We're back at the Home Depot. I'm dressed to the nines and we're looking for toilet descaling liquids. Friends, Colin from Canada. It looks like John Riddell, living legend, has found the descaling liquid for the toilet. Say hello, John.
Aye, aye.
Friends, Colin from Canada here. John Riddell, one legend, meeting another legend, Griffin. We're out and about in Oakville, and this is the first time that
Let me hold it.
Oh Jesus, are you sure? Yes, there we go. Dad wants to take Griffin so he can be both in the video. I have trouble holding Griffin, so I'm sure Dad will have no problems. John Riddell, living legend, and Griffin.
Come on, Griffin.
Atrocious camera work, Colin from Canada. Are we getting it? Pixie, the friends want to see how you've been groomed. Although you're eating your chicken right now, and perhaps I should have come back at a later date and time. Right? Friends, I assure you he looks stunning. There you go. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Little known fact, John Riddell is a master impressionist. This is his impression of someone who doesn't want to wait any longer in the bank. Stunning.
Brutus Beefcake in a whole heap of trouble.
I know. But we haven't put the clip in yet. You know? I gotta do it. Friends, you cannot judge a book by its cover, although I do on a daily basis. Although small in stature, perhaps strong in the heart. Small in stature, fast in the mind. Small in stature, that's all I got, Lester. It doesn't matter the size of a person, you can never doubt their strength or their speed, okay? And this clip coming up next it's the clip of the week, guys, will bear evidence to what I just stated. Small in stature, strong in strength. Strong in strength? Fast in speed. Trust me, it'll make sense, guys. It will. It's time for this week's clip of the week. Can you say cops? I sure can. Are we gonna throw it up?
When things aren't going my way,
I'm thinking pasta.
2,500.
Here's the VHS collection.
Your Construction Safety Association.
I cannot believe he's out here again. He's a street performer. He's waving down vehicles. Then he was a problem last time, so let's go out on him. Come over here for a minute, man.
Air 1.
Come on, stop! Bro. Get up, get up. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Man.
What? Get down, get down. Get down off of there. Get down, dude, off the pole. What are you doing, bro? Come here. Walk to the car. Stand here in front of the car. Stand there, right there in front of the car. Get up. Get back in front of the car. Get back in front of the car. Stay right there. Stand up straight. What is wrong with you?
I'm trying to make money. You see them, they love me. And I try to make honest dollars, and I try to make it the best way I know how, and I don't want problems. I can break these cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs. Do me a favor, stand up straight at the car, please. Take a deep breath. It'll be all right. Take a deep breath.
Hold on. I wouldn't be out here on these streets. I wouldn't be out here on these streets. I don't want to be out here on these things.
This is the owner. You got to impress him. I think he'd be a good addition to your business.
Friends, the blank canvas is here. Introduction to the Gorilla Monsoon quote of the week as I caress my elbows with my hands. I'm going to take you back to when we used to talk about gambling on sports, and if you remember correctly, the last thing I left you with, perhaps the second last thing I left you with, because the last thing I believe was the Super Bowl, we talked NHL futures bets. And did I tell you the San Jose Sharks would win the Stanley Cup and they're not in the playoffs? It's okay, Lester, because you know what the other team was that I said? The Buffalo Sabres. And today is April 28th, and tonight the Buffalo Sabres do battle with the Boston Bruins, and if they win this evening, Lester, they are going ahead to the second round of the playoffs, and my 30-1 long shot of the Buffalo Sabres winning the Stanley Cup gets that much closer to coming true. Friends, did you listen to me? Did you open the wallet a la Kevin Arnold with Jack Arnold? I don't know if we can get that clip again because I can't remember where I put it, but we're going to go for it. And did you put money down on the Buffalo Sabres to win the 2025-2026 Stanley Cup Championship? They're on their way, guys. And if they do it, woohoo, you guys are going to get paid, okay? I won't tell you how much I put down. We'll divulge that after they hoist the cup above their head. Guys, it's time for the Gorilla Monsoon quote of the week. It starts now.
Did you see that? Couldn't see it from our vantage point. Will you stop? All kinds of pandemonium broken loose here.
A walking advertisement for birth control.
All kinds of pandemonium broken loose here.
Friends, after a deadlocked battle between the Swedish Chef and New Zealand 2 weeks ago, a triple threat match was ordered last week between the Swedish Chef, New Zealand, and the new challenger, the Patriarch, the Kingpin, the Godfather, the Don, any other mafioso terms you want to use. Kermit the Frog entered the fray. Triple threat results coming up next. Lester, I can't wait either, my man. I can't wait either. Delta Force Pizza. Delta Force Pizza. Friends, over my shoulder, you will see the 2 challengers and the 1 champion. The results are to my right, okay? 6 votes. Lester, it's okay. At least someone's voting, okay? We have a winner, and I will stand and go back there and bring him to the forefront. Is this in Price is Right? They do the... We're just going to grab it right out the door. The matriarch, okay? The patriarch. The matriarch? The patriarch. Oh, yeah, I get it. I got it. I clued it in. I got it. Guys, new champion. I brought it over as well, okay? He's... Oh, you thought the Swedish Chef had it for a while, but I think this gentleman might hold it for a little longer. I'm a fan, but he's kind of plain, guys. When you're dealing with a Swedish chef and a guy that throws fish, a talking frog. I get it, okay. The results for those playing at home, Kermit the Frog 3 votes, New Zealand 2 votes, and the Swedish Chef 1 vote. It's new champion. It's new champion time, and how prepared are you for the segment, Colin? You forgot to bring over the challenger. Hold on, guys. We're gonna bring him up. He's the leader of the house band. Who knows about it? Guys, it's Dr. Teeth, okay? Keyboard stand, and logo bass. Name, Dr. Teeth, job, known for his golden tooth and golden tones. Dr. Teeth is the keyboardist and founding member of the Muppet band, The Electric Mayhem. Special talents, tickling the ivories, band leadership, psychedelic throwbacksmanship. Likes cool music, dislikes anything that's not groovy, okay? So this is the matchup heading into this week. Kermit the Frog, the Patriarch, I know, Lester, I figured it out on my own, against the leader of the Electric Mayhem, Dr. Teeth. I'm not gonna say much, but I think he's fashioned after Dr. John.
Right, please, but it must have been.
That is the new champion, and that is the challenger. You need to vote now. 20 votes, guys, remember? It's a dream. Make it come true. Vote now.
Big splash!
Friends, some of you may have laughed. I know Lester laughed. when I compared leaving the Jerky Boys 4 CD behind at Value Village with leaving a wounded soldier behind during battle on foreign land. Well, who's laughing now when I have double-checked with the CDs that I can actually get to and noticed that Jerky Boys 4 was not there, Lester? You don't leave them behind. They're as important, okay? Guys, I don't have the Jerky Boys 4 CD, but now I do because I bought it and didn't leave it behind. No slouching. Guys, it's time for the bloopers. There's a couple from this intro. What am I doing? Gotta stop saying, What can I tell you? Try again, son. What am I deep in thought up in here? That's here nor there. You are actually laughing. Last week's epic, okay? Whatever. Oh, read along, Artie. What? With her usual, loving her usual self is. Let's just put it that way. I think we'll figure it out as it moves at cryptic ways. No, quite possibly, if not possibly, yes, my finest production yet. The Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk episode. But it's not funny. No, I'm a babbling idiot, but not. Stop it. Pushing forward again because I think we've already getting to my point. We've already pushed. God damn it. We're not getting. Come on, Colin. We're not. You know what I'm trying to say, guys. Hell. When I wonder if this segment will ever actually, and half of me, maybe 20%, more 80-20, thinks that we already 80. I can't even. No, didn't like that. It is time for the tiki 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 tiki. The three challengers, the two challengers and the one chip. And first at beep 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 during battle behind. No. At a Value Village. Jerky Boys 4 CD behind at a Value Village. When I said behind in that, you cannot have a genius segment that. Put the pen down and I will put the words back into my mouth, down here and up into here. What?
We're going to go back now and take a look at what went down here.
Friends, we mentioned it last week when talking about conversational Scottish with the Queen Mother and how the segment, it must live on. It must live on. And I think Mom would want it that way. Although when she was living, she wanted Dad to have none of this segment. You guys know about that. But I think she would want it to continue, and John Riddell is taking the reins, taking the microphone over, which is my phone, and I put it under his nose hairs, and he lets me know what this week's Conversational Scottish, we're still going to call it the Queen Mother's Conversational Scottish, because it's a memory that we want to keep. This week, John Riddell takes over for the second time. Queen Mother of Canada presents Conversational Scottish, presented by the artist formerly known as the living legend John Riddell, John Riddle. Longest title yet, Lester. Love it.
Mark your siller, then hod on tit. Mark your siller, then hod on tit.
Regional heroes. Characters, men, women, only known to those in their region. Local heroes. Okay? Heroes not only locally, but perhaps across your own country, but not a neighboring country. Lester, they know what I'm getting to. Famous Canadians, okay? Lester, I appreciate this signing. Friends, we got a Canadian legend, a Canadian hero, a Canadian staple on the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, for those in America. You're going to want to keep your eyes on the prize. That means keep watching, because it's bigger than Balky and it's bigger than Belvedere. This week's sponsor, Lester? Yes, easily. Easily. This man, to this day, probably could not walk down any street in Canada without being mobbed. Girls grabbing him in areas. I've said enough. Guys, let's just get to it. The newest celebrity who becomes an associate will now become a friend and will live in my heart and Lester's heart forever, possibly yours. It's this week's sponsor.
You ever had India food?
Will you please stop?
Catch it.
The Empire of Taste. Will you please stop?
Catch it.
Hello! Hey, did you know that food prices are up these days? Last night I went into one of those fried chicken places and spent $5 for a wing and a drumstick. That's the first time I ever spent an arm and a leg for an arm and a leg. And then I went into the bakery to get some bread. I was looking for some pumpernickel bread. And due to inflation, you know what? All they had now is a pumperdime. They even charge $10 a pound for the ribs. Boy, I'm telling you, I won't buy them even if they were attached to Dolly Parton.
Lester, we've done it. Round of applause for myself. A second round of applause for myself again. And then, finalizing the round of applause, a third round of applause. Yes, that's right, for you, Lester. This one is for you as I talk with the claps in syncopation. Lester, what did we learn today? We learned about the matriarch and the patriarch. We learned about that as I put it together in my own head with no one here to tell me what I was saying. We learned, maybe you guys learned too. Did you know that there was a difference? Well, it's time for the goodbyes. And I would like to say I am very, very proud of the 60th. If you haven't seen it, put your eyes on the prize. Too close to when I said it before. Put your eyes over on the 60th. And you've obviously enjoyed this because you're listening to this right now. I'm proud of the 60th, and I'm proud of the 61st, Lester. A lot of times, the episode after the anniversary, which would be the 41st, 31st, 21st, 11th, 51st, and 61st, are usually lackadaisical productions. But this one, I feel I brought the thunder. We had limited stuff to work with, the camera roll, and the cutting room floor was nice. I like that little variety. I'm sure the friends did as well. Did you? Either this hat is getting smaller or my head is getting bigger. But I wear it for you guys. Maybe we'll go to the Crown next week. I don't know. If the head is shaved, Lester, we might go to the Crown. Okay, I'll end here so this goodbye doesn't turn into 8 minutes of blah, 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 blah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for voting. Thank you for sending me your home address so I can send you a postcard. Who gets postcards anymore, Lester? Nobody. Nobody gets postcards. And you can get a postcard, and all you have to do is send me your home address. Okay? Or your place of worship, or your place that you work, your workplace, your employment. They know what I mean. I'm sorry, that was a little mean. I'm getting was it the Beaver? Aggressive? I don't want to screw it up like I did last time with men's toes, right? Webster said that, not the Beaver. Guys, it's time for the goodbye, and I'm saying it now. Goodbye. The pepperettes are a firm $12. There's no haggling. Die Paperets seien steifig $12 ein Aufdinger.
recognized symbol of excellence since
dramatic comedy.
I decided I wanted to get into the business with metal.